Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. Last time around, we watched episode 8, where we brought Alucard back onto the show, and also revealed that it's not just that he is Alucard, but he is also Dracula. And he can basically switch between Alucard and Dracula when he wants to. And he completely took down Father Maxwell, or Pope Maxwell, I suppose, and most of the Crusaders. And after that, we had the fight with Alexander Anderson, which was pretty cool. And he ended up dying, and we had a pretty cool send-off to the character. Although, that send-off was interrupted by Walter. So, yeah, is Walter a bad guy? Don't know. Really don't know. He might be, though. And Alucard is definitely pissed because he didn't hear pretty much Anderson's final words. So, yeah, there's definitely something a-brewing here. So, yeah, with that being said, this is where I say be sure that you guys head down to the link in the description or the pinned comment to be sure that you watch the original video before you watch this video. Be sure you give all the support to Team 4-Star, and obviously, as they always say, please support the official release. And once you've done that, you can come back here and check out this reaction. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this.
The following is a fan-based parody. Hellsing Ultimate is owned by Project Hirano and Studio Madhouse.
We'll
and
keep it
licensed
there
by Genion, Madman Entertainment, Manga
I'll adjust the volume as I go.
Funimation. Please support the official release.
Whoa, it's 4x3 now.
Father! I don't want to say goodbye.
Well, that's quite selfish, Integra. I'm dying.
It truly is a tragedy. I cannot believe someone would poison our afternoon brandy. What bittersweet fortune that I was somehow spared.
Yes, it truly is a blessing that you are well, my brother, Richard Traitoro Hellsing. But as I die, the authority of our sacred organization falls to my precious daughter.
What?
Yes,
Whoa.
with great honor. Roll that back.
Integra,
Ooh.
you must stand taller than us all now and lead the men and women of the Hellsing organization.
Oh, what?
Isn't she 6?
That's great! Yay!
If
You
should
seem
ever
happy.
Find yourself in peril. Know that deep in the forgotten underground dungeon, there is one man you can count on.
But Walter doesn't live in the dungeon. He lives under the stairs.
Goodbye, my starling.
Huh.
And
Ugh.
that was my favorite pillow.
Man. So he told her about
Did you know you
Alucard.
had 8 vacation days?
Sorry, sir. No sign of her.
So, did you actually search for her? Or did you all go to the fucking sunglasses hut? Both? The hell with this.
Why can't we do both?
If you want your family murdered, I guess you do it yourself.
Huh.
Again.
Thought you did it.
What do I do? Walter's in Brazil, I'm in a vent, and my uncle's trying to murder me.
Oh, the vacation days. That's
where
clever.
my hope lies. In the dungeon.
By the way, would you like this extra pair of Oakleys?
It's 9 fucking p.m.
So this is how she meets Alucard, then.
I made it. But however will I know which door is?
Yeah, it's probably that one.
It's definitely this door. I wish it wasn't.
Yeah. That does not look like an inviting door.
You! There you are, my precious little niece. I was afraid you left before your succession ceremony. I wanted to give you your parting gifts. There are 11. In fact, 12, including the one in the chamber.
You
Jeez.
killed my father.
No, the poison killed your father. I murdered your father.
Then I guess you belong down here. Oh God, there's so many stairs.
Oh no! Ah!
Where is he? You can't have a puppy. That's too much responsibility.
Forgetting to feed one's gimp is a common mistake. Arthur was quite forgetful. Just like how he forgot I existed. And soon, the world will forget all about you. What the fuck is that?
Oh. He's feeding.
Excuse me?
Hold on. Let me get some sip.
I said, excuse me.
Jeez!
Let me get some sip.
Oh. Oh god, this is back when Alucard was blonde, apparently.
I don't care if you were my father's gift vampire boyfriend. You stay back!
Oh, so Arthur's an actual daddy now.
Well, he was.
Oh, don't tell me. Arthur died and made you the successor, and that dick over there is trying to murder you.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Plot synopsis, basically.
That's it.
So then, how do you want to handle this?
You work for me now.
Oh?
I am Integra Fairbrook Wingates Hellsing
So many
of the
names.
Hellsing organization. If you served my father, you serve me.
All right then. But I require long walks at night.
Will you behave yourself?
More or less. And in return,
Oh!
I
Nice.
will protect you with my
Catch.
lives.
Then your first order is keep your arms steady.
No.
Ooh.
No!
Nice. Oh, it's widescreen now, I think.
Walter! How you doing, buddy? You look moisturized. You get some
Yeah,
water?
actually, he's younger.
I've been seeing a doctor, and he's administered a rather unorthodox treatment.
Shot the doc. Was it vampire DNA?
It was a spa day, a deep tissue massage, and a face mask. Of vampire DNA.
If you wanted one of those, you could have just asked me.
So Walter's a
Walter?
vampire.
Ma'am.
I'm saying this out of courtesy. If you betrayed us, I will personally mount your head over a urinal in our men's room.
It explains the third floor restrooms, which are now currently in the first floor restrooms.
Now, before we start throwing around words like betrayal or cocked, let's let Walter explain himself.
I'm betraying you.
Oh, you cock!
Is he just using
Yeah.
words he learned on social media again?
You treasonous little dishwasher. After all these years, you're stabbing us in the back. And for what?
I'm just doing my job, ma'am. What you fail to understand is that I am a butler second, and a vampire hunter first.
But now you're a vampire.
お前はもう死んでいる。
Oh.
Omaeda. Demo. Watashi wa.
Oh, damn. He did that in Japanese, too.
Your gun looks ridiculous.
That is pretty weird.
Fuck in the fucking mouth! How will I Schwiebeschers Weevil cooken and drink Weinsteppen Hefe Weißbier und sing Halt gegen deine Liebe fest?
What?
Is he telling me clean myself up? At least pay my cab fare, you mute shitheel!
Ma'am, are you alright?
I'm fine. How is Yumi? Can we save her?
Like, in Tupperware containers? Because I didn't bring any.
Damn him! Damn him! He should have killed me! Then Yumi and I could be together again. Forever!
Were you two lesbian?
Survival says a man should not lay with another man as he would a woman.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wait, so it's kosher as long as I'm not fucking a dude in the vagina?
Now with the chaff out of
Huh.
the way, how about we finish what we started 50 years ago?
Hold that
Ooh.
thought, Walter. Integra. I want to hear you say it.
Ooh.
I need to hear it.
So let her smoke first.
Fuck him in the vagina!
Alright, but I'm gonna have to make one.
All right.
The Fräuleins might want to take a step back. You're in the splash zone.
Oh no.
Balls like a smurf here.
Oh my gosh, they're landing a blimp? That's not what blimps are for.
Come, ladies. Let's let the boys have their fun.
Seras, come.
Master,
Go with Mommy, Seras. Daddy's got work to do.
am I your child in this scenario?
Seras, our group relationship can best be summarized as tags on Pornhub. Now go.
Fine, Dad. And to you, Walter C. Dornez, thank you for the cannon.
And thank you for your service, Seras Victoria.
You're still a right bellend, though.
Yeah.
Everyone aboard the SS
He still sucks, but...
or as we like to call it, the SSSS.
That doesn't work though, does it?
So,
Oh god, now it's raining outside.
You gonna come at me? Should I come at you? Should we come together?
Oh my.
Ooh, at the same time?
God, Alucard is like perfect cell fully realized.
Always come!
Ah, oh.
Okay, at least make a joke about getting ahead.
Oh, this may be the most intense fight of the show.
Not inaccurate. Hey, you ever heard of Up Dog?
Oh my gosh. Ah.
Not much. How about you?
Ooh.
First you kill my dog, then you anti my fucking joke?
Yeah.
Fuck!
Why are you getting so upset?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I know it's filthy rich coming from me.
God, it's a joke off.
Hours of bullshit.
Yeah. I don't understand how his string works. And now on top of it, he's a vampire.
That's... Oh, I know it. Didn't we send him on a mission?
That's fun.
Oh.
Yeah,
Luke Valentine.
Nein, that was his brother.
I'm alive.
Oh god, he's coming out of Alucard.
Looking up for this Valentine.
Ugh.
Ah, it was Luke.
Ah.
Time to put this dog on a leash.
No, Mama! He was my dog! I'll do it!
I'm sure you're wondering why I went through all of this. Why I abandoned my home and duty. Just to kill you.
Oh, because you want to fuck me.
And there goes all of his appendages. He's had worse. Oh my gosh. God, she's so cool now. I love how she just destroys everyone. I also like that she doesn't fully regrow her arm back. She just keeps it with the blood and it still works.
You seem so angry. But you'd be so much prettier if you smiled more.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that shit.
These fools die with a smile on their face. Their religion is death and carnage. A cult of nihilism.
Then I'll be their fucking Kool-Aid!
Fun fact, in Johnstown it was actually mostly Flavor Aid, a less popular competing brand. Let me assure you though, we are not here for cyanide and Valium. We are here for glory. After
All
the
right.
war, we were ousted and scorned. Nuremberg really wanted to settle the score there. We lost our purpose, but worse, we lost our chance as the one true gift that could be awarded men like us. A true, gloriful death. Without glory, our deaths would be meaningless. So in this towering fall of civilization, of peace and stagnation, we had to break through. Little by little, we carved a way, and finally, we could see our glory on the other side. There, with vicious steel and crimson heart, stood Hellsing. So Dankeschön, der Fräulein, for finally giving us the happy ending we so desperately prayed from our majestic glory hole.
And there it is.
Hey, I give it an 8 out of 10.
Pip? Was that Pip?
Oh, sweetie, no. Pip's dead.
I swear I just heard him.
Maybe it was that guy.
I kinda doubt it.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to find out if my sword will fit in the mage's glory hole. Do me a favor and clean up the rest of this mess.
Oh, no smoking.
Fucking Nazis about everything.
What, you're really gonna follow the rules? Alright. Okay, so she heard Pip. Is that possibly in the blood? Like Alucard?
Didn't think so.
It's probably her life hack. Oh shit. God, she's holding it with blood. Magical eyeball blood.
Did you just shoot me with the... Oh, motherfucker!
That gun is stupid. Ugh.
Fuck me jogging! He's a Nazi fucking werewolf!
Oh! That's different. Alright, come on, girl, you can do this.
It was right. This is so much worse.
I'd call him a wolf in sheep's clothing, but he's dressed like a Nazi, so...
He's a fucking Nazi! Also, hi?
Ça fait longtemps, ma chère.
Pip? Why are you...
When you took my blood, you had my consent. Thus, I am part of you now, Seras.
So, you're finally inside of me. How does it feel?
Let's put a pin in that. First, let's put down Kibbles and Bitch over there.
Damn. That's... I guess he's the first one. Ooh. Alright, we're gonna have to do a bit more than that.
Ghost? What the fuck?
Hello, mon cher. The only way to kill a werewolf is a silver bullet.
Oh, that's a shame. I left all me silver bullets back out. Literally.
There's another way, but it's pretty gross.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the first white national bank of the Schutzstaffel. Gold, silver, copper from air conditioners. And
Huh.
they think they are too big to fail. But all we have to do is shove that in his heart.
Yeah.
It's time I showed this Nazi werewolf in London where he
Nah.
can stick it.
He hit you. What are you going to do about it?
Hit him harder!
Yeah. Jeez.
It's almost as big as my love for you.
You mean
Aw.
your erection?
That is what I call it, wait.
Throw a giant bomb at him. That works. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is really getting DBZ up in here. Oh.
This Red Riding Hood fights back!
Right as a leg, Prime Maison.
Oh. Ah, Pip with the assist. That was disturbing.
Puff and puff and blow. That was the best you had.
I had one for Red Riding Hood, but then you said yours.
Good. Yours was probably gross anyway. Also, get out of me boob.
There's so much space in here.
Oh my gosh. Walter?
Of course. It always has to be about you, doesn't it? Your constant need for validation, for attention. Like a screaming child. To think someone so juvenile could be so powerful sickens me to my core.
Yeah.
Which is exactly why one must spare the child and spoil the rod.
That's not going to be enough, though.
Wait.
After all these years, you finally get to stick it in me, and you put it in the wrong hole.
God, there's so many innuendos in this
Look at
one.
You've gone from daddy to daddy, and all because you wanted this. And here it is, folks. The return of...
Bite your fucking tongue!
Jolly Wally! Oh, how many years has it been?
Fuck you! That nickname was never clever!
Oh my
Jolly
gosh.
Wally doesn't like his
Teenage
nickname.
Walter.
Jolly Wally's being a sad lad.
Fuck!
Oh, but if only we had the opportunity, could have avoided all the sexual tension and treachery.
Excuse me?
Please, we both know the reason you sold your soul was because you never got to hear.
Walter-san, daisuki desu.
You know, I mean, unironically.
Cut it out.
That's right, it's a blast from your past with that sass and lolly ass. Am I moe enough for you?
Why can't you take this seriously?
Because that's what you want, and I'm not going to give it to you. That or my pussy. But really, you're dodging a bullet there.
So Walter...
Rows of teeth.
For the love of...
Like a shark.
Oh crap! It's just over. Oh man, I didn't even... God, I wasn't watching the time or anything. Holy crap. What do I write? I don't know what to write for that last one. I'm just, you know, screw it, I'm just gonna leave it blank. I forgot, technically, this is like, I think the title of these last two episodes are Series Finale Part 1 and 2. I forgot that, but I didn't think about it, because the show has been one continuing story anyway, so... Okay, so that's episode 9, the penultimate episode. Holy crap. Alright, let's go ahead and go through these notes and then we'll wrap up. The first thing I wrote down was the uncle. So, okay, there was a bit of a plot for this guy to take over the Hellsing organization by killing Arthur Hellsing. Integra's father. That's interesting. And then I guess just because, you know, he was actually an adult, he figured that the organization would be left to him, but no. Hellsing, Integra, that young, was left the company. That's interesting. And she was incredibly young. Like, she must have been maybe 12 or 13 at the most, I would say. So, yeah, and then... That's how Integra met Alucard, because that was the one big thing, like the thing in the basement, basically, that was important to whoever controlled the organization. So yeah, that's definitely interesting and really cool, and I like that. That's a perfect way for Integra and Alucard to meet, and it's also interesting. Like that's, you know. Alucard must have been just chained up there, and like, you know, I doubt Arthur ever let him out. Like, he seemed like so trapped there, and his hair was blonde instead of black. But yeah, that's That's interesting. So yeah, and I like that immediately she takes charge, and like, you know, when Alucard says like, "What do you want to do about this?" and she just takes charge immediately, and she doesn't even have Alucard kill him. You know, Alucard catches a bullet in his arm, and he just has his arm out, so she uses that to shoot him, to shoot the uncle. It's like, wow, that's really interesting too. I like that. So I also wrote down Walter as a vampire. Now, you know, we said that he was a vampire hunter, and he worked with Alucard during the war to stop these Nazis originally. But now, in order to make himself younger again, I guess, he became a full-fledged vampire. That is interesting. I don't know how many times I've said that or how many times I'm going to keep saying that, but yeah, that's very interesting. That'll be the phrase of this episode. So yeah, it does make me wonder though, like, well, I was gonna say, it's like, did he necessarily need that? Because Walter's been a badass this whole show, but yeah, I mean, he put up more of a fight probably now that he is a vampire himself, and I don't know, I guess he still didn't fully beat Alucard, so yeah. And then the backstory, I wrote that down, but we just went over that. And then Alucard versus Walter, maybe not as big as I thought it was going to be, but that was pretty big. And who knows, you know, probably the fight will continue on into episode 10. So yeah, it was interesting, although Walter did gain the upper hand quite a number of times because of his wires. It's such an interesting concept that's just what he does. That's just how he does that, is that he uses these wires to slice through people, which is good, not exactly effective against Alucard though, because Alucard can keep regrowing his limbs, and he kept regrowing his limbs. Which is also interesting that he can do that, but Seras doesn't do that, which is interesting, but we'll talk about that in a sec. Yeah, and then I like the idea, like, because we really started using this, the life hack, basically, in these last 2 episodes, because I do like that, that Alucard disguised Luke Valentine as him, and tricked Walter into killing him instead of Alucard. So I did like that. I wrote down the werewolf. That was an interesting twist, that instead of having another Nazi vampire for Seras to fight, that this time it was a werewolf. I did like that. And then, you know, the happenstance that they ended up in basically what looked like the treasury, basically, where all the Nazi money was being held. And as Pip said, it's like silver and gold and silver and stuff like that. So they just needed to take that silver bullet and just stick it in him, basically. So many innuendos in this one. That was crazy. And then I wrote down Pip. So I like that because, you know, we had the whole introduction last episode to the life hack, and Alucard using that this episode, but I like that we got a little bit of Seras's life hack. I don't exactly remember what it was called, but yeah, it was cool that we got a bit of Seras's, because it does make sense that that she would have that, because, you know, Alucard over like the past 400-500 years has been doing that for so long that he's amassed, like, you know, 2 million-ish souls. So now that Seras is a full-fledged vampire, now she's starting to amass her collection of souls, starting with Pip, which is a good one to start with. So, and that's nice that, you know, the two of them will now be together forever. Oh crap, I have a low battery. Huh, well, I'll wrap this up really quick. Quick-ish. Also, this might restart in a second. My recording will restart, so it might go black for a second. Don't worry about that. So yeah, I did like that that now Pip will be a part of Seras forever. I did like that, and also the fact that they get along so well, especially because they were, well, I mean, we didn't really see if she had feelings for him necessarily, but she did like him, and he has expressed his feelings for her, so that's also cool. And of course the innuendos, I was like, so now you're finally inside me. How does it feel? And it's like, oh my gosh. And then the last thing I didn't write down, because I didn't even know what to write for this, so I left it blank. But what I meant to write down was basically the whole reason Walter is doing this is, like, I like that scene where Walter reverts back to when he was 15 during the war, during World War II, when he and Alucard were fighting these Nazi vampires. And I was just thinking to myself, like, okay, what are we going for here? And it's like, why did he, why is he reverting back to a 15-year-old? But then Alucard comes out in his, like, in this white suit, which we've never really seen him wear white. And then he just turns back into a girl, and it's like, that's right. In the 40s, he was a girl when he fought the Nazis alongside Walter, and it's like, oh, now it makes sense. Walter was actually in love with Alucard. Or to some extent, or at the very least, he was attracted to Alucard because he was this beautiful vampire girl and a complete badass, but Alucard never returned those feelings or anything. Because, we saw in an earlier episode, he was shacking up with the Queen as a girl. So it's like, yeah, that's interesting that this is kind of what this is about. Why Walter betrayed them and wants to kill Alucard is because of this thing that happened in the 40s. Like, that is crazy, and it makes me wonder, like, where we're going to go with that. Like, where... I don't know where we're going to go with that, but that's really interesting, and I do like that. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see the resolution of the fight, basically, like how it ends. And then, because Integra is going off to meet with the Major, so I'm wondering, it's like, is she going to fight him? And then eventually, because he's a vampire too, and then is Alucard going to come in? And you have to assume Alucard kills the main bad guy, but I don't know. I really don't know where it's going to go from here. So yeah. So, yeah, that's basically it. Excited for the last episode. And, yeah, that's just going to be that. So, with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Hellsing Ultimate Abridged reactions, you can click on the playlist. You can subscribe if you haven't done that already. And be sure you hit that notification bell. That's a mouthful. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media. Links below in the description. See you guys later.